Backpacking is awesome, but there are people out there that try to ruin it or unintentionally ruin it for others. I've got 5 common things people do that annoy backpackers, and maybe some of them shouldn't. We've all hiked up behind a hiker, a backpacker, whatever. They got their earbuds in, they can't hear anything, it's too loud. Maybe you can even hear the music blasting out of their ears. Hey there! Can I pass to your left? Hey! 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 And I try to make noise. Sometimes I'll kick the dirt, sometimes I'll say hello, sometimes I'll wave my hands, and they're just like off in their own world. I get it. It's fun to listen to music out there. For me, the most annoying part is that when I finally do get their attention, if I'm trying to pass them, they get startled. They kind of freak out a little bit, and they get mad at me. Like it's their issue, and they're getting mad at me, and I'm trying to politely pass them. That's annoying to backpackers.
Nobody likes that. Can you turn that down? Huh? Can you turn that down?
If only chucking the Bluetooth speaker into the woods was socially acceptable. I wouldn't really do that, of course, but it is tempting. I will say this one maybe shouldn't annoy backpackers as much as it actually does, because typically if you're coming up on somebody, you're either hiking faster than them and you're only going to be in range of that speaker for a very short amount of time. If they're coming the opposite way, again, even shorter than that. The only time the Bluetooth speaker is super annoying is if you're camping near them, especially if you've camped there first, you set everything up, and then they come into camp and they start blasting stuff, for sure. I've personally been on a church backpacking trip where they thought it was socially acceptable just to blast the music as we were hiking, and I wasn't the leader. I didn't have the rapport with the folks to say like, hey, everybody hates this, so I was part of the problem at that point, so I get it, but that person happened to be a new backpacker who was also leader. Not sure how that works, but that's probably the most annoying experience I've had with the Bluetooth speaker. If we're honest, mountain bikers are the worst. And I happen to be a mountain biker, so I try to be as polite as possible out on the trail. And about 70% of them are actually really good. It's the other 30% that are the problem. They sometimes require you to literally dive off the trail so you don't hurt yourself. And when there's signs that say that the bikers have to yield to hikers and people on foot or horseback riders, they don't care. They're like, hey, there's enough space, let's share the trail, not realizing that their handlebars are taking up 2/3 of the trail, even when they scoot over. I don't really have a solution for this because they don't think that they're a problem. We've all found trash on the trail. Probably the number one offender is those Mylar balloons. You seem to find them in the wildest of wild places. And I think that if we're really being honest with ourselves, we probably realize that we actually caused some of that trash, whether it's like peeling something off and it kind of flutters to the ground. I've even seen things flutter out of people's packs, and that includes a backpacking permit. So sometimes we're just not aware of these things. So my solution is just try to pick up a few things, try to pick up more than maybe we're causing, and that'll make it a better place. Maybe calm down just a little bit. All right, the last one I got is the heel walker. Somebody who's coming right up on you, they're gonna give you flat tires, you ask politely if they wanna pass, of course they don't wanna pass. This actually is a more common issue in your own group if you're hiking with a group of backpackers or hikers. And for whatever reason, they just think that they just want to be right up next to you, whether they're talking to you or whether they just want you to know that they are keeping up with you. All you got to do is stand aside and say, go ahead. And if they don't go ahead, just wait them out. Just wait them out. All right, so there's 5 things that really annoy backpackers. Which of those annoy you? What did I miss? Please leave a comment below. And remember, pediatricians get annoyed the easiest because they have very little patience. Think about it. Have a great week and God bless.